Guys, here we go. Activity 3.3, sample space practice. List all possible outcomes for each experiment. Remember, when you're listing these things out, you can either use an organized list, you can use a table, or you can use a tree diagram. I am going to choose to go with a table here for this one. A standard number cube is rolled, then a coin is flipped. So for my table, my number cube options, I'm going to go along the top row here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's going to be my top row. And then for my options for flipping my coin, well, that's heads and tails. All right, so I make my table here, draw in my columns, try to make these as wide as possible. I did not do a very good job here. So as I go across, I need T's in all of these, and I need H's in the second row, third row, I guess it would be. And now I just throw in my numbers. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, and 6, 6. So we can see all of these. We end up with 12 total options with all of the combinations of numbers and heads and tails that I could have. How about the next one? 4 coins are flipped. This time I'm going to go with a tree diagram here because this one's going to be a little bit tougher to do with a table. So with my tree diagram, I'm going to choose to go sideways here. So for my first event, put a dot there. And whenever you flip a coin, you've got 2 total options. You've got heads or you've got tails. So there's my first flip. On my second flip, irregardless or regardless of what I had on the first one, it's still heads and tails here. For the third flip, I've got heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, and I got something in the way here. So heads, tails, and then from each of these, you guys get the idea. I'm almost out of space here. And again, I'm blocked out by something. I don't know if I can see it on your screen or not. But we end up with all of these down here at the bottom. We end up with 16 total options with all of our coin flips that we could have. So if you're looking at your combinations for possibilities, you could have, what if we want 4 heads in a row? Well, 4 heads in a row would be this branch right here. What if we want 2 heads, a tail, and another heads? Well, in that case, we travel along this branch here. You get the general idea of how you can use that tree diagram. All right, let me clear the screen here. About 3, what if 2 spinners are spun and we've got these 2 spinners? In this case, I'm going to go back to my table that we had before. So for the first spinner, I'll put along the top row here, R, B, G, and W. Make that my top row. And then I've got my numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I go across. Oh, there we go. Oh man, that's really bad. And then we'd list out, I don't have a ton of room here, but you guys get the idea. We'd list our R's down this first column, and then B, then G, then W, and go 1s across the rows, and 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s. How about this last one? A class block is chosen from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then a subject is chosen, English or math. I'll just go back to my tree diagram here. So I'm going to choose to make it vertical this time. So I need 5 total branches because I'm choosing my class block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from there, I need 2 branches off of each one because I'm choosing English or math, English, math, English, math, English, math, and English, math. Hopefully you guys can see how we use tables and tree diagrams to help organize our sample spaces.